Dear Kobe, thank you for being the best husband and father you could possibly be. Thank you for growing and learning from your own mistakes.
On the 26th of January 2020, the shocking news of basketball's great Kobe Bryant hit global headlines. The two-time NBA Finals MVP had perished in a helicopter crash in Calabasas, California. Kobe was accompanied by 8 other people, among them his 13-year-old daughter, Gianna Bryant. As the rest of the world was coming to terms with the shocking news, one person who was most affected was his wife, Vanessa Bryant. One might ask, how did she learn of the news? Hi guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today, we're going to talk about how Vanessa Bryant learned of Kobe and Gianna Bryant's death. Without any further ado, let's get right to it. On the fateful morning of the 26th of January 2020, Kobe Bryant was headed to Camarillo, California, where he would be driven to a youth basketball game in Thousand Oaks. This was not a new experience for him, as he regularly traveled by helicopter during and after his NBA career to dodge the notorious LA traffic. As a matter of fact, the helicopter was involved in the crash was the same one that flew him to his last game with the LA Lakers in 2016. Unfortunately, this flight turned out to be the last for Kobe Bryant, his daughter Gianna, and 7 other companions. As we learned of these developments from different news outlets, Kobe's widow has shared how she knew of the devastating news. On the 12th of October, Vanessa gave a detailed account of how she learned about the death of her husband and daughter. In a court deposition for a lawsuit she filed against Los Angeles County Sheriff Department and other agencies, Vanessa testified that on the morning of the crash, their family assistant came to their house and told them there's been an accident with 5 survivors. The assistant did not know whether Kobe or Gianna were among the survivors. Vanessa recalled, "She told me that there was an accident and there were 5 survivors, and I asked her if Gianna and Kobe were okay, and she said she wasn't sure." Vanessa then began calling her husband but could not reach him. She held to the consolation that there were 5 survivors as she clamored for more information. Vanessa then recalled calling her mother and asking her to come over and watch her youngest daughters, Bianca 4 and Capri 2, when she left to pick up the couple's eldest daughter, Natalia 18, from her ACT prep class. She stated, "I picked her up and told her that Daddy and Gigi were in an accident. Not to worry, I'm sure they're fine because there's 5 survivors." Miss Bryant stated that while all this was going on, the family assistant kept calling the sheriff but was getting frustrated since no one was telling them whether or not Kobe and Gianna were among the 5 survivors. Vanessa went on to recall, "As soon as I was on my phone with my mom, I was holding on to my phone because obviously I was trying to call my husband back. And all these notifications started popping up on my phone saying, 'Rip Kobe, Rip Kobe, Rip Kobe.'" Vanessa then said that when they finally got through to the authorities, they told her they could not say anything over the phone. Therefore, she had to be driven for an hour and a half to Malibu to a police station that was closest to the crash site. She recalled that she initially tried to source for a helicopter, but the pilot refused to fly due to bad weather. "So, I had to race back and get the car. Rob Pelinka, Vice President of Operations of the Los Angeles Lakers, was already there at the airport. So, I don't know how they were communicating with the family assistant. And he hopped in my daughter's car and drove us down to the sheriff's station," she recounted. Vanessa said that they arrived around 1:30 p.m. and found the officials at the sheriff's office unprepared and still holding on to information. She then walked into a little closet area with a sofa and some kids' toys, then to a conference room, and then to the back of the closet area where she was made to wait even longer. There was one sheriff present, and I asked him, "What is happening? Why is no one telling me what's happening?" They wouldn't answer. Vanessa then said that after some time, Sheriff Villanueva walked in and finally told her what had happened. She remembered asking him, "If you can't bring my husband and baby back, please make sure no one takes a photograph of them. Please secure the area." The sheriff said, "I will." If you've been following up on the Kobe story, you must be aware that some of the photos leaked and were alleged to be the bodies of Kobe and Gianna. So, did the sheriff lie to Miss Bryant that the area would be secured? Or how did these photos leak? Keep watching to find the answer to that question, but before that, we would appreciate it if you became part of our online family by subscribing to this channel and turning on the notification button. Also, don't hesitate to like the video, leave a comment and share it with your friends too, because as they say, sharing is caring. In the deposition, Vanessa further stated that the sheriff assured her that he had put an umbrella over the area to prevent pictures being taken, meaning that there was a no-fly zone over that area. However, she was later shocked to learn that the Los Angeles County Sheriff deputies took her and later shared some gruesome photos of the crash. When the county lawyers asked her what she was seeking from the lawsuit, Ms. Bryant stated that she wanted accountability. She was quoted saying, I don't want this to ever happen to anybody else. I don't think it's right that I have to deal with this, that my kids have to deal with this when they get older, and that they become aware of what happens. I don't think that that's fair. No one should ever have to endure this type of pain and fear of their family members. The pictures getting released, this is not okay. In a surprising twist, as Miss Bryant's legal team is pushing for the depositions of Sheriff Villanueva and the Los Angeles County Fire Chief, the county's legal team is pushing to have Miss Bryant undergo an independent medical examination in advance before February 2022, when a trial is scheduled. They argue that Miss Bryant could not be suffering from emotional torment caused by the graphic crash images she's never seen, and what were not shared widely with the public. In his submission, Los Angeles County's lawyers stated, "The fact remains no crash site photos taken by the first responders have ever been made public disseminated, and as Miss Bryant confirmed in her deposition. We totally sympathize with the enormous loss she has suffered, but as a legal matter, we don't believe she could have been harmed by something that didn't occur." This was after Vanessa confirmed that she personally had not seen any photos of her husband and daughter's remains. During the deposition, Miss Bryant was also asked to look at some graphic images and messages concerning the crash that had been sent to her on social media. Los Angeles County attorney stated that some of the images had been photoshopped. The attorney claimed that this was proof that other people besides the sheriff deputies had caused her emotional distress by sharing graphic images of the crash. At one time, it got too much for Vanessa that she had to put her hand in front of the camera and say that she did not want to look at what was being cast on the screen. She also stated that she had taken possession of the clothing that her husband and daughter wore during the crash. She said, "I had to recover all the items because I know people are sick and would like to take pictures of them and share them. If their clothes represent the condition of their bodies, I cannot imagine how someone could be so callous and have no regard for them or our friends, and just share the images as if they were animals on the street." The county's attorney, in the usual lawyer bullish nature, asked Vanessa if she was seeking monetary damages in her lawsuit, a question to which she responded that it was up to the jury to decide that. Seemingly unconvinced, the attorney rephrased the question and posed it to Vanessa again. Vanessa maintained the same response: "That's up to the jury." It seems that the attorney was determined to press Vanessa as he rephrased the question again, and this time Vanessa answered, "That will be up to the jury. I'm not asking for a dollar amount." She was also quoted as saying that her life will never be the same without her husband and daughter. On how best she was coping, she stated, "Grief isn't linear. Every day is different, and I try my best to put a smile on my face for my little girls. I want them to live in love and not in loss."
I'm so proud of you. I love you forever and always. Kobe Bean.
We can only hope that Vanessa stays strong for her beautiful daughters. Unfortunately, that is where we come to an end for the day. Tell us in the comments section whether you think Vanessa was justified to press charges on Los Angeles County. Also, remember to subscribe to our channel if you are yet to do so, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any more engaging videos just like this one. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Until then, stay safe and stay healthy. Bye!